So our group was extreme heat. I would like to say that our biggest takeaways were to make sure that you just have plans in general, like in place ahead of time, so you're not dealing with the issue at the time when it arises. And then like interdepartmental collaboration, if you could also, I don't know, get that nice and all together. And then some other things that we liked were food boxes and H2O pallets. That was something that was discussed that we liked, that they were ready for that. And then like a different to do next time. There was just something that I had gone to. It wasn't necessarily a tribe here, but before, where they had the public safety power shutoff, and they tell you in your household to be ready for 3 days, and their public safety shutoff was for longer than 3 days. So even if your household happens to be ready, it would be nice if like the tribal government was able to then make sure they're ready for anything that's more than 3 days. So that was ours.
Okay, did we have anybody else who was in a heat group? Okay, so let's stick with heat.
Okay, I have a shy group, but Cindy's going to help me. I'm going to start it off. Okay, so we were also heat, and we had an experience here of a heat event that got up to 124 degrees in July. Holy moly. And this is a community that does not have a lot of facilities to, it's not federally recognized. Hydration was an issue, and then the power goes out. And so this person has a generator, but it's not a widespread thing, and it's an issue for a lot of folks. And their population is very dispersed, so it makes it hard to provide services. But we also have a tribe who's had a lot of successes preparing themselves and doing a lot of the plans, and they've been able to activate cooling centers and other things because they were ready. So like the name of the game is, right, plan and prepare. And so Cindy, tell us just for a second about what you have been up to and why it was so successful when the time came.
I was just saying that one of the key items that we have used in our planning is our vulnerability assessment and adaptation plan. That I use that with all of the documents that I write. It has been key and very, very helpful. It has helped with writing all, the hazard mitigation plan, my emergency response plans, and all of the other documents that I write in the environmental department. And I was also saying that the Tribal Emergency Response Commission, when we're working on documents like that, since so many people are involved in the Tribal Emergency Response Commission, there's 53 members. Some of those are partners, but the tribal part of that membership develops those plans. So the vulnerability assessment and adaptation plan was developed by the Turk, because that's also community members and elders and all the directors. And so it's such a wide group. That's where we develop these plans. So the hazard mitigation plan is also developed there. And then I also mentioned that practicing our scenarios annually also assists in these events and how they're handled.
So amazing. And what these guys needed was more funding, right? And we talked a little bit about the kinds of funding that is available. We'll talk about it more later.